Robert Merle Harrod, known to everyone as Bob, was 81 years old. He lived at 522 Carnation Drive in Placentia, California, where he had built a successful and respected life over many decades. But in the summer of 2009, Bob was about to begin a completely new chapter. Nearly 60 years earlier, long before the Korean War, Bob had fallen in love with a young woman named Fontelle Heeter. They got engaged, but when Bob left to serve in the military, their relationship ended. Both went on to marry other people and build separate lives. Decades passed. Both lost their spouses, and then, by chance, they found each other again. They started talking on the phone, and the old feelings came rushing back. On June 29, 2009, they got married at the courthouse in Fullerton, California. It was a love story 60 years in the making. Right after the wedding, Fontelle went back to Missouri to pack her belongings and close up her house. She was scheduled to move permanently to California on July 29, 2009. Bob stayed behind in Placentia, preparing his home for his new wife's arrival. Then came Monday, July 27, 2009. That morning, Bob was at his home with his son-in-law, Jeff Michaels, who was helping him get the house ready. At around 2:30 p.m., Jeff left to pick up some supplies. He was gone for only about 30 minutes. When he returned, he found something strange. The house was locked from the outside, and Bob's longtime housekeeper was standing outside, waiting because no one was answering the door. Jeff unlocked the house and let her in, and that's when they realized Bob was gone. His wallet and his keys were missing, but his car was still parked in the driveway, and his eyeglasses, which he almost never left home without, were still inside the house. That evening, Fontelle tried calling her new husband repeatedly, but there was no answer. Later that night, his daughters tried calling him too, and when they couldn't reach him, they asked Placentia police to do a welfare check. Officers found the house empty. Bob had vanished. Investigators found no sign that he had planned to leave. There was no activity on his bank accounts or credit cards after that afternoon. At first, police considered whether Bob might have left on his own, and there were some reports that he had been showing signs of memory problems. But as the days passed, another possibility became more concerning. Bob owned millions of dollars in assets and property, and there had been disagreements within the family about his new marriage and his estate. That does not prove anyone in his family harmed him, but it gave investigators a strong motive to look at. Years passed. Police began saying publicly that they believed Bob had disappeared against his will and that they were investigating the case as a possible homicide. Then, in April 2019, almost 10 years after he vanished, the Placentia Police Department arrested 2 people described as persons of interest in the case. They were later released while the investigation continued, and their identities were never made public in order to protect the ongoing investigation. To this day, there is still no body, no confirmed crime scene, and no one has ever been charged. Fontelle's 60-year love story ended in a mystery. Bob was preparing his home for his new wife to move in, and in a 30-minute window from inside a locked house, he disappeared. His car remained behind. His glasses remained behind. His financial accounts went completely silent, and Bob Harrod was never seen again. More than 15 years later, his whereabouts are still unknown.